Speedway.
You're a Chariots, baby.
This is incredible.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, mate, that is huge.
The Northern Territory turning it on.
A wonderful activation, simply amazing. Dare I ask why they call you monster?
Chariots of Thunder. They just seem to do it better and better, don't they? How awesome is this sport?
Well, hello, welcome to Talking About Speedway. Con Migro and Graham Sinton with you. And Con Migro, how awesome is this sport?
Yes, Graham, it's absolutely wonderful to see that highlights from Northline Speedway in Darwin, a wonderful part of Australia, as we all know, and it's beautiful weather this time of the year, but it's great to be with you, and I'm looking forward to our special guest that we're about to talk to soon, because I've known him since he's a little bitty boy, and now he's grown to a big man, and he's running a very successful speedway.
All right, Con, well, why don't we introduce Jason McIvor right now. Jason, welcome to the program from Darwin Speedway, Northline Speedway. We've just looked here at the footage you've got, the promo footage for the Chariots of Thunder. What a bit of footage that is, and welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, guys. Happy to be here. As you can see, it's not winter at all up here, and we're looking forward to accommodating all the interstaters very shortly in a few weeks' time.
Well, I can tell you a little story. It was 4 degrees this morning, and yesterday it was 2.6 or something. So we're in the grip of cold. No rain, but we've got plenty of cold. So we're very envious of you. So if you're not too careful, we might shove you out of your seat and shoot up and take over.
As you can see, Jason, we have a bit of fun here in the studio. But look, you've got the Chariots of Thunder coming up 10th and 12th of September. It's not next weekend, certainly. So we wanted to put this to air to give people a chance to make a mind up to get up there perhaps and join you folks and watch some pretty spectacular sprint car racing.
Yeah, thank you, Graham. Yeah, like we said, it's something that we've worked on for many years. The club's been through its troubles, and we've struck some really big success with the Chariots of Thunder, with sponsors and some government funding to help us get off the ground with Motorsports NT and territory major events, and obviously big sponsors in the past like TriStar Industries and Ostojic. And this year, a new naming rights sponsor, All Star Welding, has just come on board, which is absolutely fantastic. And then, of course, Wise Group Finance as well, taking the naming rights for the Northline Speedway venue itself. So we're having an absolute stellar year up here. And yeah, we look forward to putting the old Chariots of Thunder back on again, kind of like the unofficial Daytona 500. It's the first big one for the year. And yeah, we're all going. We're going hard as we can up here to get ready.
You know, Jamie, it's worth noting that all around, or particularly North America, which we talk about mainly, the sport of sprint car racing has gone through the roof, with the high limit and the World of Outlaws now virtually running alongside of each other, but drawing massive crowds, and the racing's been sensational. So I think we've proved that in Western Australia the last 5 years. We've seen the sport go from strength to strength to strength, and it's great to hear that you. So that you go back. This event goes back to when the Bagot Park event was going. So it's been a long time around, hasn't it?
Yeah, so it's had different forms of itself. It traditionally copies off the NT Trail back in the day, which was the late 90s, where it went. It wasn't really Bagot Park stages, but definitely very early Northline stages, where they used to do Alice Springs, Tennant Creek, Catherine, and Darwin, and quite successful back in the day too. Had the Titan cars used to come up really regularly, the Crickies, and like Adrad with Trevor Green and that. And it's just slowly morphed from the trail into what a rebrand of Chariots of Thunder in the mid 2000s, and it had a really good successful run there. Then, as you know, communities and clubs change; it goes through ebbs and flows. And we had the 2010 Australian Sprint Car title up here, the one that James McFadden won. And yeah, the club took a little bit of a dive there, and we sat back and going, like, what products do we have? Can we rejuvenate this place? And we reinvigorated the Chariots of Thunder with all the successful partners that we managed to gather up. And once we got that established, we've never looked back. I think this is the 10th or 9th one I've put on now. So with Jacqueline Eakins and Caleb Gotts and Tegan Peck and all the rest of the committee as well. So
That's
yeah.
great.
You do it well up there. It's not just a sprint car race, it's an event. It's motortainment, as Con would say. You have street parades and you do all of the things to entertain fans while they're up in Darwin. You do it very, very well. Congratulations for that. And I'm certainly looking forward to this one coming up.
Yeah, thank you, mate. And yes, yeah, we're all booked in where the council's given us the tick. We're allowed to fire them up down Mitchell Street again. That'll be on the Wednesday night, the 9th of September in the afternoon. We'll get as many sprint cars as we can fit in the lot on the Esplanade and fire them up and take them down Mitchell Street, down Bennett Street, into the waterfront, and we'll drive them directly straight into the precinct, which will have fan day directly afterwards straight again. So no mucking about. We fire them up, get them into the tavern, and yeah, put on bars open, and off we go. We've definitely locked in the bull riding machine again, so we'll get all the daring drivers again to have a bit of a bull ride, and they'll get interviewed by Jared Ash to the crowd, and the crowd gets a really fantastic opportunity to buy some merch really early on in a different setting without having to worry about being at the track. You know, the majority of the teams will be there with their merch and their car, and the perfect time to get all that business out the way.
Now, Jason, one of the Northern Territory's favourite sons, and James McFadden, or J-Mac as we call him, he was leading the night one of Knoxville last night, right with about 50 metres to go, and Sheldon Hoddenchild pickpocketed him. So J-Mac finished in second. Of course, James Pake, a local boy from Knoxville, run third place. But is J-Mac going to make the trip to you this year?
No, unfortunately, no. So Sheldon, the cars just aren't ready. I was just having a few messages with Sheldon the other day, saying, look, if everything fell on the line, 100% they would be there. So they got. I'm actually not sure if I'm allowed to say the information he gave me, so I'll withhold. But they just typically just weren't ready. They've got a couple of pretty big announcements to come up. But yeah, if they said if all the stars align, 100% they would be here. But between James's commitments and their cars and their new package that they're getting together, it just wasn't going to happen. So, but looking forward to their big announcements coming up.
Oh, sure. Well, no James McFadden, but goodness me, you've got a good lineup already, and you've got about 3 weeks to go before nominations close, as I understand. But Jock Goodyear, Lockie McHugh, Matt Eagle, Mick Seller, Brock Hallett, Dylan Menz, you've got Jason Pride coming up from Perth here. I mean, you've got some pretty good peddlers there already.
100%. So, and that's the beauty of Chariots of Thunder. We might not get a huge car count, but we certainly get a diverse and quality field. So we've got every state and territory represented, of course, apart from Canberra. But we have Tasmanians. We even have New Zealanders as well. Last year's New Zealander was Michael Pickens. That team is up, but with their son Kai Jensen, and but we've managed to gain Maxie Guilford at the moment, which is fantastic. So he's at the bit of a trailblazer this season in that car, and he's teamed up with the Hobson team. They'll be doing a 2-car team from New South Wales coming up here, which is fantastic. So, and of course my local boys too, like Harrison and Hayden Brown, have definitely got the wick about them this year, and hopefully they can get themselves tuned up and battle it with the best.
Now, what about the track? Any special work that's going to be done on the track because we know that those sprint cars really tear the place to pieces sometimes. Have you got extra special staff going to be preparing the racetrack along the line?
Yeah, so we actually did have Mikey lined up, but the
he's in America.
So the Motorflex stuff got delayed, so Mikey's had to say no go, but it's all right. We've been talking a lot with Ricky Stewart and the Premier team, so they're going to come up and help us out as well, all the Premier boys, to help us get the track into shape. All the machinery is working really well at the moment. The power harrow was out last year, but we've spent a bomb on it and got it going, and it's been faultless all season. So, and same thing, the water truck and the grader and all that. The machinery is all in top notch. But myself, Chris Harrison, and William Waddell have been taking really good care of it. So we are looking forward to having some of the Premier team up to help us out with prep. And make sure she's all smick-o.
Just give us an idea of the price purse you've got for the 3 days for the Chariots of Thunder up there.
Yeah, so we've got, including the Pope Challenge, it's $185,000 over the 3 nights. So there's a 10 grand to win each night. Thursday and Friday is 10 grand to win. With the Pope Challenge, which is really exciting. Last season we only offer the Pope Challenge once. This year we really want it to go off, and we copped a little bit of flack last year with the track not being the best on Pope night for jockey when it took rubber and it didn't allow him the best opportunity, and we felt really bad for that. So this year we've managed to negotiate with the insurance brokers and that Thursday and Friday we'll both have the Pope Challenge. So
okay.
being that, so Thursday night will be the Pope Challenge straight up. Now, if it doesn't get won, we can offer it again on Friday. So, and the beauty of that is they have a pole shuffle. The top 8 have a pole shuffle. The winner of the pole shuffle has to decide if they're going to go back to position 20th for the start of the feature. And if they do, they pocket 5 grand straight away just for their efforts of taking the green flag. And if they win the A main, they get $10,000, obviously normal purse, on top of a $50,000 bonus as well. So they get $65,000 if they pull it all off.
So it's a big incentive for them, isn't it? It's a little bit like old-time Speedway when you had the top guns off the back mark, like the Charlie Wests of the world, the Gary Rushes. Those guys cut their teeth on coming off the back mark in Speedway.
100%, and that's the whole concept of Pope 65. Is old Bob Eakins. He loved his handicap racing back in the day, and that's the tradition we try and live on in his honour as a person who made Bagot Park and was around for the Northline eras as well. That's the tribute to him. That's why it's called Pope 65, because he was a white goods repairman back in the day. He was the Pope machine for Simpson. So that's where the whole Pope name comes from, and his number 65. So it's only fitting that person pulls off his challenge will be pocketing 65 grand.
I thought you were going to tell him he was a priest.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and hopefully I'm going to try and tee it up. I'm very confident we're going to actually have a Pope this year as well to come in as a driver.
Good on you.
$185,000, Connor. Not too late for nominations. I feel like I want to get up there and have a piece of that action.
Well, and as well, the finale has been boosted up to 20,000 to win. So the finale is just a good old heads up race night, which is 20,000 to win, which is great. I think we pay out over 60 grand on that A main alone. So,
and spectators, what do they expect when they go up there? They're not racing. What can they look forward to? Facilities, good catering. Is there buses and cars or taxis to and from the ground? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so it's a big natural amphitheater style speedway. It's a very beautiful speedway. Very much lots of hills, so there's not a bad seat in the house. No matter how late you turn up, you'll always find a spot. We've crammed 10,000 in here before, so we expect probably this year on Saturday to be cramming in about 7,000 people. That's what we normally get for our last night. Obviously, Thursday and Fridays are lead-up shows. You get a few thousand in here and there, and Saturday she just absolutely goes off. We have heaps of vendors, all different types, Greek, Asian, ice cream, delights, all sorts. And we're actually setting up a festival area this year over in the car park. So all the vendors and merch alley and a separate another big screen as well. So if you want to go have a little bit of a break or can't be really stuff going to all the different vendors, we'll put them all in one tidy spot so everyone has extra room on the hill, and everyone's easily accessible to every single vendor, merch alley, and same thing, you can chill out in the alfresco area with the big screen, which is a really new good addition. We actually have, I don't think if you can tell really in the spot here, it's actually over this end, you can't see it. It's the scaffold, the extra scaffold has gone up for the torsion bar, just like we normally do. So you have the best seat in the house, really. You're right on top of the cars and you just can absolutely see everything. And then we're getting another double-decker bar. It's called the SRO bar. It's I don't know, probably see it at the supercar events. It's a bar that folds out, a container bar, and it's a 2-story thing. Yep. That's going on top of the luscious green hill up the top there. It's called the Beast Bar, and that's going to be a phenomenal view as well. Perfectly catered. Looks like I've got visitors on the infield with me. But it's a big natural amphitheater. She's steep, so everyone's going to get the best view in the house. You can't miss it. We're going to have tons of vendors. We also have a diner in the back here with the VIPs. They do some spectacular catering that goes along with it. So,
It must be a good injection of funds into the local economy. I mean, if you get 1,000 spectators, new spectators from out of Darwin, and they spend $3,000 or $4,000 each. You're talking $3 or $4 million there, aren't you?
Yeah, so I can't remember the figures of last year, but definitely the year before, we got proper reports done, independent government reports, and we injected just under 10 million into the economy, which is great. So that helped us. We currently do get some funding from the government, not as much as we'd like, but we're also always very thankful for it. They've bumped up our funding for another 3 years, which is great. So provide some security for us to know to help keep growing this magnificent event, even though, sometimes the times might be tough at the moment, but we've got the cars, we've got the entry, and it's just really good to give back to the sporting community and put on a big event for everybody. So,
But Jason, you talk about the economy being tough, and we agree with that, but it's quite amazing right around Australia, AFL, soccer, cricket, you name it, wherever sport's being played at the moment, and Speedway in the summertime down here, when an event is good enough to attract people, they find a way to get to the Speedway. So, yes, there are a certain amount of people that are struggling. We all know that. But generally overall, it's quite amazing when I see the crowds. I've seen the crowds at the AFL. I mean, like the Dockers here in West Australia, they've set records already. They haven't played less than 52,000 people in a home game this year, when 3 or 4 years ago they had about 35,000. So just give you an example. People, when they want to see something and the product's right, they'll turn up.
Yeah, just saying we're planning on having a great year as well. That's all. So, as you know, like the old cost of diesel, but thankfully she's coming. It seems to have stabilised for now, and the teams have got a bit more confidence in it. So, hopefully, we see a few more roll through the door. So, yeah.
Like the Perth Motorplex down here, you're isolated to some degree up there in Darwin, and so to put this event on and give all Australian drivers from Tasmania, from Perth and all points in between an opportunity to go up there and race in that event, it's quite unique and very special, isn't it?
It is, and that's what it makes this. Every track and race series has its own thing, and no one is more better or less than the other, because they all do fantastic jobs, and that's what I think is a really good aspect about Chariots of Thunder is kind of a bit of a level playing field, because they only come here once a year, I should say. And they are from absolutely everywhere as well, where those guys who do come up are racing people that they probably never have raced before. It's just a really unique aspect that people that come here, or the locals come here, and they just continuously see new teams come up to tick it off their bucket list. They've done Chariots for that year.
Now, Jason, a while ago you were talking about Bob the Pope, his son, the top-end Terminator. You reckon you'd have a chance to get him back in a race car?
Well, you never say never, I would say, but he's getting pretty old and cranky these days.
Is he?
We got him in a race car to spread some ashes. Miss Jenny Izod, who sadly passed away a few months ago last year, and we had a funeral procession for her, and we got Warren in a car to spread the ashes, and he did some pretty good donuts. He's not too rusty.
He's still got it.
Yeah, he's still got it. Yeah.
Well, let's face it, he's been cranky for years. He's getting older, but he's always been cranky.
Yeah, he has, mate. He works extremely hard. I tell you what, I've never known a guy who works as hard as Warren Eakins. I can tell you that.
And I tell you that was in his racing. I mean, he was he was like a big bull, wasn't he? He was an unbelievable competitor. Elbows up, and he used to turn it on. He was a real crowd pleaser, no matter where he went in Australia. Now, listen, a little story too. If I could take my cap off or your cap off and put a Sprint Car Control Council of Australia cap. The last couple of years in Western Australia, we've had the sprint cars. Some fans hate it, some fans love it. We don't know what the drivers all feel, but there seems to be a lot of animosity. But the traction control that was put in by the Sprint Car Control Council a couple of seasons ago, where is that at the moment?
So all the devices are packed up and they're on their way to America. So to try and install more confidence in the product and get some more data as well, they're going to a few places in America to be tested, independently tested, and get their own take on it as well. So that is exactly where they are now. They've all the devices and wiring looms as well They're going to go get all stress tested, every single part of them, not just a couple, all of them.
Yeah.
Yep. So they're off to America to a few places, engine builders, manufacturers as well, and they're going to go through some testing, and we're going to see the results after that.
Oh, good. Well, that's what we want to hear because, as I say, we saw particularly with open night last year. We saw the Golding car with Caden Manders, and then we saw the Callum Williamson car. And as soon as they took the things off, the cars went like rocket ships, and they were saying that particular device was affecting the control or the power of their motor. We don't know whether it was or it wasn't, but that's what we were told. And, of course, the fans got pretty irate.
Yeah. So, and it's not just, I think it's a combination of things too, because the industry is having a problem with its magneto and ignition boxes. Apart from that, like even the teams that don't have the wiring loom in their area with the TCDs, we are seeing significantly more failures in the mag and ignition boxes as well. They are going to the quality of the parts is under question that are coming out from America. They're starting to use Chinese parts inside of them, and it's just not the amount of amperage and stressing they're putting under these things. They're just not lasting like they used to. So I think it's a combination of things that is going on that we need to manage. So yeah, I totally get what the guys are going through and their perception of it all, the amount of testing that was done beforehand, and the amount of after investigating, going, well, what actually did happen here? And we still haven't found a 100% proven fact point of this screwed something up. So so in saying that too, we're going to try. Well, we're being more proactive. Everything's going off to America to get stress tested and see if any results come back from that.
That's a good move. Good on you.
Yeah. Getting back to Chariots of Thunder, you've dusted Benny Bishop off. You got some pretty nice things happening in the commentary team up there.
Yeah. So unfortunately, Mr. Gavin White. Obviously, we love Gavin. We love all our commentators. To be honest, it's who's got what going on in their lives by the time September rolls around. And Gavin has got a gymnastic competition that he has to attend to for his daughters. They've made the finals, and I think he missed last year, and I think if he misses this year, he'll be getting the chop from the missus. So he has to go. So, but yeah, some time has passed, and I was going through my catalogue of people that are just absolutely phenomenal behind the mic, and obviously, Mr. Benny Bishop, who's done a number of chariots for us in the past too. And I called him up and I said, "It's time to hop back on the horse, brother." And he's jumped at it, and I'm super happy he's doing it. I really look forward to him being part of the team. Like I was saying, the production company that we have here at PRLX does an absolute phenomenal job. With the coverage is going to step up this year. Like we do know that with things going on, the live streaming is probably going to be a lot more popular than it has been in the past with the travel and all that. So we've put in the extra mile with our coverage. We've got a couple of roaming cameras, more staff to help coordinate it all. There's going to be absolutely no stone left unturned with the coverage. It's going to be absolutely great, and that's what Benny Bishop is phenomenal at. And then we've got Jared Ash from Clay Per View coming here to race call as well, and old Tegan Peck for a little bit of banter as well. We've pulled him out of the freezer from Queensland. So,
good on you. That's great.
Well, we can't say enough about the event. It's absolutely wonderful. Congratulations on what you've done in the past, and we're really looking forward to this one coming up. So that's on the 10th and 12th of September. We're going to say goodbye to you, Jason, but for viewers, we're going to run your promo video once more just to whet their appetite, and then Con and I will come back and finish the show. So, Jason, for the moment, thanks very much and good luck and best wishes for the event.
See you, Jason.
Thank you very much, guys. Thanks for having me. Ciao.
It's a totally different beast. Welcome to Northline Speedway.
You're at Chariots, baby.
This is incredible. Oh my goodness. Oh mate, that is huge. The Northern Territory turning it on.
A wonderful activation, simply amazing.
McIver's got it and he's over.
for you, monster.
Chariots of Thunder. They just seem to do it better and better, don't they? How awesome is this sport?
Well, Conmigro, great to talk with Jason there and get a bit of the goss about what's happening up there. It seems like he's got all the bases covered, and if fans haven't made their mind up, 10th through to the 12th of September, Chariots of Fire, Northline Speedway in Darwin. Get yourselves up there, get some swags, 3 or 4 guys in the car. You can drive, you can fly up, get accommodation. It's not too late. It should be a good one.
Yes, it's a beautiful place. I've been there myself several times in the past, and it is a wonderful place to go and visit, particularly this time of the day, the year, I should say, when the weather down south is not conducive to good speedway. But you can go up there, you can walk around your shorts all day in a t-shirt or a singlet, and soak up the atmosphere of speedway.
Well, talking about soaking up the atmosphere of Speedway, Con, I can't wait for our season to start here at the fabulous Perth Motorplex. And like we said to Jason, Perth Motorplex is isolated from the rest of the East Coast, and our season cranks up on the 24th of October for the Powerpalooza, the traditional Powerpalooza now. Really looking forward to that, and we'll bring you more news as it comes to hand. But Con Migro, in the meantime, thanks for your company today to talk and chat with Jason MacIver up there in Northline Speedway. And we'll get together again soon to bring fans another special edition of Talking About Speedway.
Always a pleasure, Graham. Thank you for having us, and I look forward to seeing you next time we talk about Speedway.
Thanks for your company. Bye for now.